Hello again, everyone. In this installment of Crushpad's Winemaker Minutes, we're actually going to focus on soaking. And there is that term cold soak, but you can actually even call it soaking because if you have your bin in ambient cellar temperature, you do have that period of contact of juice to the skins before the fermentation process starts. Now, the decision to do X number of days of soaking really, again, is dependent on the style of wine you want to make. The other real positive reason for doing soaking is that it allows your bin to homogenize in terms of sugar value, in terms of pH, and in terms of total acidity. During the course of this soaking period, if you have a few berries that are a little bit dehydrated, after a few days of soaking, and we do punch the bin down once a day to make sure that it's nice and homogenized by the end of the soaking period, you will have these dehydrated berries actually soak the sugar into the must even more, so you have a much more accurate sugar value, which in turn will allow you to dictate how much, if any, amelioration you need to do to monitor your potential alcohol level. So now, in terms of how long do you soak your wine, that does depend on the style as well as the variety that you are making. If you're doing a Pinot, as I mentioned earlier, it is a thin-skin variety, and it really benefits from quite a few days of skin contact in, let's say, 4, 5, even 6 days. The longer it is in contact with the skins prior to fermentation starting, the more that fruit intensity is going to get amplified in the wine. If you're making a Cab or if you're making a Merlot, those varietals actually don't really benefit from going any more than 3 or 4 days of soaking because you are getting the color extracted and the tannins extracted, particularly even as fermentation starts, and you're really not interested in making a bright, fruity type of a Bordeaux varietal type of wine. After crushing, after destemming and then crushing, then it's taking those bins and putting them in either our cold room or stacking them up in an environment where it's in the ambient cellar temperature and will undergo the soaking period, which is, again, that period between the end of crushing and where your fermentation starts. So whether you're going to be doing a wine that's going to be very, very fleshy, very tight, very dense and tannic, you're probably going to be doing 2-3 days of soaking. If you're dealing with a thin-skin variety or a variety or type of wine that you want a lot of fruit intensity in the wine, then allowing the soaking to go for about 5+ days will really get you that goal of getting that bright fruit component coming through.